Hello everyone, Captain Kilgore started a very interesting thread on Spectrum today. Combat in Star Citizen is all exploits, very sad state, please fix. Why am I making this video? Because this list is very good and because of this thread has been moved to feedback by moderation, feedback aka graveyard. CIG, you cannot just move important threads to feedback and hope the problem goes away. Of course, Star Citizen is still in alpha, but we are in year 13 and CIG is at $1 billion in funding so far, according to Carl Jones. My problem with all those exploits is CIG does very little to nothing. CIG also lost a lot of very good, very competent devs and replaced them with cheap, young, inexperienced people. I don't think that CIG is able to fix most of those exploits. The link to his thread is in my first pinned comment below. Night fighters abuse small hitbox and insane acceleration wiggle. Gladius is literally the most broken ship in the game, despite people complaining most about the Hornets. Hornets, etc. abuse of backstrafe. It's not that these ships are any holier, this is a dynamics of exploits between these two classes of ships, one wiggles, the other backstrays. Missile spam, missiles that have basically not been touched since 2021 and are tuned for a completely different flight model. I would like to add, introducing a ship like Firebird with 24 Size 3 missiles and 6 can be fired at once is not exactly great for game balance. And where are those missiles stored? There's not enough room to store 24 Size 3 missiles on a Firebird, Chris. Stealth, removing components from ships to get more stealth. Stealth to the point of breaking lock during a fight and becoming untargetable. I like the idea of stealth and it worked very well in the past. With in the past I mean before 3.14. Nowadays it's just a mess with the component stats we have now. Macros with joystick gremlin. I don't want to defend CIG, but I don't know how they can avoid this. You can have macros for so many other things too. You can use voice commands, etc. So I give this grace. Double armor in first person shooting. On one hand, CIG's item system is still very restrictive. For example, we cannot wear a backpack with just a t-shirt. I swear I've seen people doing this in real life. On the other hand, CIG's item system is way too broken with too many exploits. This should never happen if this would be designed from the start with a good foundation. A to D spam. Sorry, I'm not really sure what he means with this. Please explain. Pamrock backpack blocking damage. Actually, I tested some backpacks on 3.23.1 and the ones I tested let damage pass through. Maybe something is wrong with Pamrock backpack. I didn't test this one. Medpen gun spam. Yeah, this is really bad. You can have one player getting shot at and a second person using a med gun and totally neglects the damage the other player takes. Abuse of desyncs. Hopefully, CIG will be able to fix this if we ever get server meshing with acceptable lag and desyncs. Color me skeptical. Night vision with reshade. Yeah, we still don't have any night vision in the game except some very cringe green scopes. So some people are getting creative and using reshade. I don't like this. Hopefully this will go away when we ever get night vision in general in the game. Wall sniffing with third person camera. Door glitching with emojis or tier 1 injuries or punching the door. Door glitching with boxes. Door glitching with tractor beams. Yeah, Star Citizen year 13 is still clip galore. I've never played any game, be it in alpha or be it finished, with so many clipping issues like Star Citizen has in year 13. Abuse of despawning bug, so you can't be looted. And it doesn't stop there. General related gameplay exploits. Prison merit exploits. Alpha UC exploits. Duping exploits. War and farming abuse. Jumping away so NPCs inside the ship despawn. 8 SU boxes carried in armor and then be used to block areas. CIG said they fixed this in the current 4.1.1 PTU patch, hopefully. But again, this should be impossible in the first place if CIG would have a decent code base. How can bugs like this happen again and again and again? This can only happen if a game doesn't have a good foundation, if the code base is rotten, with quick and dirty fixes, several layers on top of each other, and with way too many else statements. Infinite backpack space, backpack stacking, Again, this shouldn't be possible if CIG would have good written code. Glitching medical pieces under exec hangers. Again, Star Citizen's clip galore. There are so many ways to clip into ships, into buildings, into the ground. It's so silly, Chris. Glitching ships underground with 890 jump hanger. For example, smuggle stuff into prison for merits. There are many ways how you can glitch ships into the ground. Flickr and I tested this in the past. Exploiting exit animation of, for example, ATLS to glitch through doors. Again, Star Citizen is just clip galore. For so much time and so much money, this is really embarrassing, Chris. Exploiting exit animation of hover bikes or eject to get inside ships. Yeah, I tested this, I have videos about this on my channel. The worst part is that this is all in the process of being normalized by the community. I am not so sure about this, I don't think most players are in for this, but CIG doesn't show any action, doesn't show any willingness to fix their rotten code and to fix their game. Especially the clipping issues are really embarrassing. Please change your quality of life focus, CIG. This could really come back to bite you in the behind in long-term reputation if these things are not addressed. Oh, don't worry, CIG takes action. In 2024, CIG laid off a lot of their QA people. We are now CIG's QA department. And here's two more. Putting a silencer on your weapon basically makes it impossible to hear where the weapon is being shot from, if you hear it at all. I'm not against this. Putting a silencer on your weapon is exactly what you get. You still get a hit indication from where the shot comes, if I'm not wrong. And if you are one shot killed, you are dead anyway. So I don't think this is an important point. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Exploiting broken geometry. If you play Contested Zone long enough, you will learn what geometry can be seen through, but don't allow to be shot through. Okay, I sound like a broken record again. CIG's level design is terrible and all those clipping issues. This whole project doesn't look like a $1 billion project in year 13. Thank you very much, Captain Kilgore, bringing this to our attention. I'm sure CIG will do something, for example, moving your thread into the graveyard, into feedback, which they did. So far, 2025 is the best year in funding for CIG, and nothing will ever improve if people don't stop throwing money at Chris like crazy. Chris thinks he has all the time in the world, and I'm sure he is proud of this broken mess of an alpha. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Chris is an amazing young man. He wears dresses occasionally, yes, but don't we all have skeletons in the closet? It's not something to judge the man for, it's something to celebrate. And we celebrate Chris around here on the set, whether he's in his can-can outfit or not. We love him, we care about him, and we ask him to get some help. That's all.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.